The gallon bottle you have? I thought you had a smaller bottle than that. Oh, that's right. I had a 64-ounce bottle at one point. I had a gallon one and I had a 64-ounce bottle one.
Why do you have two water bottles?
I had different at different times.
All right, Lord, please let this run.
I still have my gallon bottle of water too.
I do. Mine's in there.
Yeah, I have a gallon. I don't. It's not. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, it's not as practical as I thought it was gonna be.
That's the only thing that's like the downfall of having a big ass water bottle, like a gallon one, because it's like you can't really like maneuver with it. It's not mobile.
Yeah, my problem is that mobility wasn't there, and then like it was cool because it had the time frames going up. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I forgot you had that. Where is that?
It's in my room.
Oh, let me get that.
It's in there somewhere. I'll get it for you.
No, I don't get that from because I'm not gonna use that. I'm not gonna use it the way I should.
Just drink water out of it. I mean, it'll help remind you. I mean, it's up to you, obviously, but like,
I'm gonna try to like. I'm like, oh man, it's like 5 o'clock. I'm not done drinking that shit.
I done that shit. I was like, I've definitely done that. Pause. I definitely done that though.
Yeah, I feel like it's good though to kind of see where you're at.
Yep.
But beyond that, it's like as soon as I'm like a minute behind, I'm like, oh my god, oh fuck, I get my phone. Episode 136 of Cleaning Dishes. How's everybody doing today?
You already know what it is. Mr. Fredtastic, bounce back like elastic, don't melt because it's not plastic. I'm here with the one and only
Thomas, aka.
I was gonna say it's just Thomas. This is the one time I was gonna say it's just
Really?
Thomas.
You
That's
gonna
what I was gonna say. I was like, it's just Thomas. I'm gonna say follow it. It's just Thomas.
All right, I'm gonna leave it at that then.
It's just Thomas. I don't know why you don't change your name to that, dog.
To what? Just Thomas?
It's just Thomas.
I don't know.
That works so well. I was like,
It does, it does.
it's just Thomas. You're like, okay. That's got a little thing to it.
No, because like I guess I do have different nicknames. I guess you could say.
Monikers.
Yeah, monocles.
Monikers. You like, that's not the word, bro. That's not the word.
Oh man.
Gotta put over here. The camera's right there.
I actually was looking at that to see how it was working.
Yeah, I definitely had this in the wrong. I had it right in my face.
Remember Home Improvement?
Oh yeah,
Wilson,
yeah. Oh, he's behind the drum, bro.
I'm pretty sure I played to part of me want to be anonymous a lot of times in my life.
Wilson was so cool. And then every time he would go to show his face, something would happen
yep.
where you wouldn't see him. I was like, damn it.
Hold on, let me get my phone real quick. So, how's your week?
My week was good, man. Work hasn't been busy. It's been productive. Like, we're getting stuff done. There's a lot of plans we have in place as a new year, at the end year is ending and new year's coming in. So we're trying to prepare as much as we possibly can for what can or may happen versus what we want to happen.
Right.
So we're making plan A and plan B. And prepping plan C just in case. So it's been good. It's been real, man. I feel like we as a company, especially as a team, with our team.
Say we as a couple.
I was like company.
And then it's like he's about to say couple.
Oh,
I'm like, bro.
as a company, and as a team at the job, we've been definitely going in the right direction as far as how things go. Like, so I think that's pretty good. So it's been going well. What about you?
Been pretty good. Just worried about being fired, which honestly is like, I feel like with the pandemic going on, I feel like it should be everybody's concern for the most part because like you shouldn't take anything for granted.
Facts.
So just been trying my best to make sure that I work hard and make sure that I'm an asset and valuable to my company.
What's that?
Episode 136.
Oh, I have.
And that's basically all I've been doing. Oh, you done? My bad. You stupid. Just staying focused, making sure I work. Been working out more, which has been dope. I got an Apple Watch sometime last month, November, right?
I think it was November or September. Yeah, it probably be November.
Yeah.
November, October. Maybe October. November.
No, it was November. So I remember I said I couldn't get myself a Christmas gift now.
Oh, fast.
Yeah, because I got it for a good deal, but I got the Series 3 one. I wasn't sure if I was going to use it or not. And so ever since I've been having it, I've been hitting my fitness goals, which honestly has been crazy. Like today I worked out. Normally I don't work out on weekends. So today I went for like a 30-minute run. I did abs and I was dying. So just trying to stay healthy.
Yep.
Lightweight healthy. Drink my orange juice. Numbers.
And Gatorades.
And Gatorade. You try to say Gatorade since I ain't drunk one.
You tried to get more than one. I was like, bro, relax. You just had a Gatorade.
I'm trying to be a gator, bro. Gatorade is supposed to age you to be a gator.
Okay. You said I'm riding with you, bro? I'm learning. I'm learning. Riding with.
I mean, that's what it says, Gatorade. So, I mean, you want to break it down to you?
Break it down.
All right. So, Gatorade was built and manufactured and compounded and powdered down in Florida. All right. You paying attention? What's Florida known for? Gators, right?
Ooh, deep. Go.
All right, so Florida, right, has
Florida.
a university. Florida what? Florida Gators. Florida University. Exactly, you know what I'm saying? You got two arms, right? You clap them down, that's a gator. All right, you follow me, right?
Whoa.
The idea was started in Florida. Mm-hmm. Now I make it full circle. Arizona's hot, but Florida's muggy and humid. Those two things have a correlation. Heat. So that's why you got Gatorade in Arizona. What we got for topics today, bro?
Yo, you know what, bro? You woke.
Hey, sometimes, man, yeah, let.
I give that 2.5 eyes. No,
Hey, that's real shit like that. 2.5 eyes, like, hey, you know what?
like your mind was open, but it wasn't seeing the right things.
Oh shit! I'm turning this mother never. All right, so this weekend we what was it last weekend? Last weekend.
Guys, we
We watched some great shows for you guys. I hope that you watched them, because if you didn't, definitely gonna be mad. But
what he's trying to say is spoiler alert, alert,
to the maximum.
alert.
I think what we're gonna start doing is I'm gonna try to remember to do is post the movies and shows we watch throughout the week, and therefore when it comes to like Saturday, we talk about those movies.
That's where nice people get a chance to look it up.
Yeah,
That's a good idea. Marketing, new marketing movement. I see you.
So the show that we watched recently was The Boys. It's on Amazon Prime. It's a really good show. So good, it was hard for me to break it down. I wrote 3 of them, which is weird.
I think one you were writing yourself, then one you were like, I was just shooting ideas at you. You got mad.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, bro, because you was trying to explain, but she was like forgetting stuff. You was like, what else was in? I was like,
I tried to do like a good synopsis, and it was like so much that happened in that series, bro.
A lot did happen, especially the second season. A lot happened in the second season.
Nazis came to play. The Boys is a show that showcases what could be. Oh damn, I ain't proofread, huh? So the Boys is a show that showcases what the world could be like if humans had superpowers in the current time. That was a good run. I like that. Yeah. Nah, all right.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad. I'm trying to think like
sprinkle it. Throw some sprinkles on it.
No, I think it's good. Like, I mean, yeah, like the.
Hey, finesse it. I mean, for real, finesse it. Like, if you have something else you want to add.
I mean, it's basically you take out the high level righteousness out of the Justice League.
All right.
And that's what you end up with is the Boys. You end up with this. You end up with that. That's what it is. It's like because you have a league,
Yeah.
But it's not just those specific people. It's a lot more heroes, if you will call them.
True.
There's a lot more heroes, a lot more villains, and so they actually you actually have to audition for the team and shit like that to be on part of this Justice League, if you will. And
are you getting too much sauce? Hold on. Giving up a lot. So we want to start season 1 first, or start season 2?
Well, how would you?
Hey, sometimes you want to do things.
I'm asking, like, how would you normally start a show with 2 seasons in the order? They go in chronological order. Like, how would you do it?
Well, it depends. So you can go backwards.
I mean, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No, fuck you, dog. You trying to play me, but you're not. You trying to be nice.
I'm just asking, like, how would you go if the show goes in chronological order?
Don't be nice.
One time I tried to ride.
I know you are. That's why it's funny, because that way you can't ride. Like, so if a show is in order of 1, 2, 3, how do you ideally think you can go 3, 2, 1 to explain to someone? Hey, that's what you just did. You like. So how do you do?
Because sometimes you gotta lead people to water.
No, I know what she was doing. I knew what she was doing when I said what I said, and you were like, I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can say it backwards. And you're just like, we can try that. No, nigga, we can't try that. No. So we start from season 1. All right. So season 1 introduces you to Huey and Butcher. There's the 2 main protagonists, and that's really about it. No, I'm messing with you. So Huey's girlfriend dies by the hand of a superhero because he was on errand run. He was running an errand and he was like drugged up a little bit and he ran through his girlfriend. Like, so the person's name is A-Train, and he's basically like the Flash. So
his ability is super speed.
Yes, yes. Let's keep it simple. Yes, super speed. Yeah. And so he ran through one of our protagonists' girlfriend, and that's how his character gets involved with Butcher. So Huey's girlfriend died. She's obliterated, and she really got obliterated too, huh?
Yeah, he literally was left. Yeah,
left standing like he's holding her hands, huh?
Yep, he was holding her hands, and A-Train came like a train and smashed into her. But he moved so fast when he smashed into her. To him, it just felt like he's like, "What was that?" And he brushed it off and kept it moving. Like he kept moving. Like, what the hell was that? And just like whatever was on him, brushed it off the debris
and kept it pushing.
But for Huey, it happened so fast that he was holding her hands because she was in the sidewalk. Like he was standing on the side street. He was on the sidewalk and she was like in the street, holding her hands. And boof, just like that, he was literally it happened so fast that he was literally left just holding her hands. They were still up in the air.
Yep.
Like her hands were still hoisted up in the air. And by the time everything was settled, and he was like, "What the?" He just freaked out because he's covered in blood. The dude A-Train just kept it pushing.
Yep.
It was bad. It was really, really bad. And that's how he ends up meeting, as you said, Butcher, who works for.
He worked for anybody at the time. He was like solo dolo at that point in time.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He used to. His background CIA. He used to work with another young lady. I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
But that was his boss at one point. But we can air ourselves. So Bush was like, "Hey, you want revenge, right?" And he was like, "Fuck yeah." He's like, "All right, this is how we gonna do it." So Busher has already been planning on like killing superheroes for a long time.
He doesn't like them. He had a specific one he was trying to kill though.
Right. He had a specific one, but he hated all of them though.
Yep.
Because of the one person.
Yep.
And as honestly how the story goes, the season 1 gets way out of hand. Like I had bullet points of what we can talk about. Like because honestly, it doesn't make any sense of like these people like Huey, Mother Milk, Butcher, the young Asian lady that has powers.
Yeah, I forgot her name too.
I was gonna say something crazy.
I remember Frenchie. I remember the black dude.
Because she doesn't talk, so they don't say her name like that.
It starts with a K. I thought it was Kimiko or something like that.
Kimiko.
Was it Kimiko?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Look it up because I don't want to sound crazy.
Yeah.
Kimiko. So like out of 5 people in the group, only one person has the power in the TV show, and like it's no reason why these superheroes don't like just obliterate them a long time ago.
Yeah.
But like every time you see them, it's always like somehow somebody they always survive and like go into the next like lifestyle and day and next villain, superhero they gotta fight.
Does she not have a name in the show? It literally just says female.
No, it doesn't.
I swear right here, bro. It just say female next to her name.
No, it does.
It just says female. But he was calling her something.
That's nuts. That's on Google. Go to IMDb.
Is that Google? Was that on IMDb?
No, that's Google.
Okay, I'm like, bro. I thought it was like from the IMDb joint. I was like, nigga,
and Google
no.
isn't wrong either, but still, I'm like, that can't be it.
They said her name was female, bro.
Nah.
That's crazy.
That's like the name you get someone on the first episode.
Well, in the first, but you know what? I'm not trying to give it away. Because in the first season, we didn't have a real name for her. They just interacted with her.
Well, like towards like when you first meet her, you don't know her name, but towards like.
So maybe they didn't want to give it away. That's why they took it away. I don't know.
Niggas is assholes.
Yeah,
no. So you fast forward. The superheroes kill their first superhero, which is Translucent. The Translucent power is he can reflect light off of other things to make himself invisible. And because of that, he doesn't wear clothes. He just walks around butt ass naked majority of the time. And
he does, huh?
Yeah.
It was Kimiko.
Thank you.
It was Kimiko Miyashiro.
That's her full name?
Yeah.
One more time.
Kimiko Miyashiro.
Kimiko
Miyashiro. We just call it Kimiko.
Yeah, I was playing on that though. So they killed Translucent. They shot like a rocket in his booty hole. No, they made him swallow like a small little bomb.
Yep.
And he ended up exploding.
Yep.
Off of that. But he was a dickhead. Cause I remember that show was crazy.
They captured him.
They did.
That's right. They captured that fool. That's right.
They was driving somewhere at first trying to chase someone, and because like he's invisible, they didn't see him. They ended up hitting him with a car. And he's unconscious.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, like Translucent. Well, just grab him, put him in the car then. But I thought it was fucked up. 'Cause I remember the Deep had.
He's another Zero. He's Aquaman of the group.
Yeah, he had. What did he do? He forced Starlight to have sex with him. He coerced her. That's the word.
Yeah. And
like he kind of find out Translucent was in the bathroom when like they were like when he forced her to have sex. He was in the bathroom beating his meat. You remember that part?
Oh, Translucent wasn't there. Yeah. No, Translucent was in there. Yeah, I remember that.
I'm gonna say Maleficent. Was what was the Wonder Woman version?
Xena. I don't know her name. I always called her Xena.
That's not her name. It starts with an M though. But yeah, like she like knew he was in there because I guess she had smelled him or some shit. And the show was like it's just crazy. So they ended up killing him first, and because of that, like everything kind of like starts moving faster than like everybody planned it for. They were like, oh, we gonna kill like all the superheroes, but they killed Translucent first unexpectedly, and then they went crazy from there.
Yeah.
So once again, major spoiler. So the story between Homelander and Butcher is Butcher has a wife, and the wife works at the Seven. So the Seven is the headquarters of like all the superheroes. So Homelander, the lady name that starts with an M, Translucent, the Deep, A Train. I think two other people. Oh, Black Noir.
Black Noir, yeah.
Black Noir.
Oh yeah, cause it was big Black Noir. Remember?
Sorry. So from there,
he was dope though. He was super dope. He was super dope.
His nothing. So Homelander basically ends up raping Butcher's wife, and that's what makes Butcher go off the deep end. He's like, I'm trying to kill Homelander by any means necessary, and he didn't care about that shit either.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, and so like basically the whole first season is about Butcher getting his wife back or getting revenge for his wife. So in the season 1, Maeve.
I think from a Queen Maeve.
It is Queen Maeve.
I was like, where's she going? From Queen Maeve. That's what it was.
Queen Maeve. Now I'm curious who the whole 7 were. So Homelander, Queen Maeve, the Deep, A Train, Black Noir, Translucent,
Starlight.
Nah, before she came. Before she came onto the team.
Oh, say it again. Homelander or
Homelander, Queen Maeve, Black Noir,
Translucent, the Deep,
A Train.
I thought they were hiring somebody at the time because they just got rid of somebody, didn't they?
You might be right.
I feel like they were at 6. They had to get rid of somebody for some reason, and then that's why Starlight got on.
You're right.
They were in the process of hiring. I forget who was there. I'm guessing it was the Pyro boy. It was the Pyro dude. Remember?
You're right, because
it was Pyro Man, but he was gone already. He did what he did. He's gone already. At this point, we don't know he even exists.
That's true.
And so we just knew that somebody else was there, and then it's the Starlight comes on and joins the team. That's how the Deep got heard about. If you want to join the team, you got to go through me. Blah blah blah.
That nigga was an asshole.
Oh yeah, he was. He was. Oh man, Jesus Christ, he was terrible. He was a terrible person.
We're gonna fast forward then, because I do have a question. So, the Deep does heinous acts towards women. He like rapes them, forces them to have sex. That's rape is, and coerces them, and does a whole bunch of other like reckless shit. So he tried to get on the road to redemption of like trying to like find ways to save himself or whatever, or trying to not save himself, but kind of like be a better person.
Yeah.
So like, I guess my question is like, how do you redeem yourself from like the stuff that you do? Like on that level,
I honestly could not answer that question. I think you have to come to terms with obviously that you are bad. I think you first have to start that like, yo, like I did bad things, I did terrible things. You have to come to terms with that and understand that like that's you did some terrible things. I think first. I don't know that you fully ever get to bounce back. I think you just go on living your life knowing that you did terrible things, that these are terrible things, you no longer can do them. And that you kind of have to move. I couldn't tell you how that works. Because even if you do try to bounce back, I think you never really fully get to do, because I think, not necessarily part of your recovery, but because what you did affected other people, was actually what you did was bad to other people.
Right.
I feel like as part of the, not karma, but as part of the thing for that, is you have to carry that burden around, knowing that like, I don't call it you have to carry that around. You have to carry that guilt. I'll call it guilt. That guilt around knowing that like you did bad things to other people, and that these other people are affected by you specifically. Like they like say their name, and stuff like that. You gotta say like who it was you did bad by and stuff. I don't think you ever fully recover. I think you do better.
But even then, is that like enough? So you rape someone, right?
No, I don't think you ever. I really don't think you ever do. I think you don't, and I think the reason, because I think part of that is. I don't know how that works, because mind you, what you did it wasn't what you did something to yourself, you did to somebody else.
Yeah.
So no matter how great you try to be, that person is still part of. It's like you have living guilt. You know what I'm saying? Living guilt. Like as long as that person is there, and as long as you know that you did this to that person, like it's always gonna be there. I don't know that you get over that. I mean, you just you stop raping. But I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm saying
No,
you
you're
stop,
right.
but I don't know that you don't get to redeem yourself. I don't think you get to redeem. I think you get to be better from here forward, henceforth.
That's what I was thinking. Like, redemption isn't possible for you ultimately. That's why I was thinking, because like,
I don't know. So I don't know how that works. I don't know. I guess I don't know how you define redemption in those situations. I mean, I don't know how to define that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there is a way. I'm not a psychologist. I couldn't.
I'm not either. I just questions popped in my head. I just threw it out.
I don't know how you would recover from that, bro. Like, I really
Mind you, like in season 2, that was like his thing of like, I'm better now, so we good now, right? And then it's like, no, like Starlight was like, nah, like what you did was like crazy, like nah.
Yeah, like no, we're never gonna be better. Like get away from me. Why are you even here?
Yeah,
like that was part of his biggest problem was like he didn't see that how what he did affected other people. He just saw like the negative effect it had on his image,
right? And
that's all he took consider. That's what he was, because low key, remember that was his weakness, was his image. Remember, he literally physically, like his image, he had gills on his guts and stuff, and so he was like, he struggled with image a lot. So because of that, he felt like it was okay to do these things because he felt like he was being attacked all the time because of his image. It was like, no, like you made this shit up in your head and then like went around and did bad things.
Took out all your issues out on other people and shit.
Yep. I was like, so I think it's part. I feel like it's part of your karma. Like you don't get to get freed of that. Like you don't get to be like, oh, I can undo it. Like you don't get to undo it. You have to go forward, and it's on that person that you did it to, or those people, in his case, people that you did it to be like, I forgive you. Like, say to you that I forgive you, and you know what I'm saying, and you get to have that relief, that release that I forgive you. I no longer hold a grudge against you for this, that, and third. That's on them to like you. I guess essentially your redemption's up to somebody else at that point. It feels like. Like you can only be better, but I feel like ultimately the thing that's always gonna make you feel bad is the thing that they get to be like yay or nay on that. I think
because I'm pretty sure a lot of women don't forgive someone, forgive or forget. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you stole something from me that like I can never like get back. Yeah,
I think it depends. As far as the forgiving part, I don't know. I don't know how the forgiving part. I think some people do be like, you know what, like I'm not forgiving you for you. I'm forgiving you for me. So I'm letting it go, type thing. Yeah. But I'm not But as you said, not forgetting. Yeah. And it doesn't always happen that way. There are some people like fuck that. If I see them on site or whatever it is, or they don't get the help they need, and they always struggle with for a long time, till one day just kind of stop struggling. But I think ultimately, like some people do forgive, some people don't. But
that's all right.
That's terrible, man.
I kind of forgot that like. Because like the season was so long, you kind of like forget like what he did, and you kind of don't take it as like serious as you kind of should to a certain degree. But like, I forget what cause I don't remember what I think is you don't get a lot of screen time of him at that point. Like there's not a lot of screen time. He's not disappears. You just forget because there's so much other shit going on. You're kind of like, I forgot about that. I forgot he had did bad things. And I was like, yeah, because I feel like he made her give him head. Wasn't that what it was? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, doing this and you'll get on the team, blah, 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 blah. And she was like, what? And like, he lied to her. What was he lied to her? I say, worse than like, he wasn't the one. And
he lied to her, yeah.
So you for real?
Like, yeah, she did what she did, and he lied to her, and I feel like he definitely forced her against the will, because he was like, he for sure forced her against the will, because he was like, it's the only way you can get on, like, blah, 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 I have to put a word in for you. Come to find out, he was like the bottom of the barrel of the team.
He was a bottom feeder. Double entendre, don't ask me how.
Yo, that's crazy. This dude was the bottom of the team. He did her dirty. He did her so dirty. I was like, that's fucked up. This young girl at that.
Yeah, she was really innocent too, bro. She was really innocent.
Super young. Like, I was like, that's fucked up.
Believed in God, was from the country. Like my parents told me that you can be anything as long as you work for it. Yep. Which is partly true, depending on what's going on. What's about the overall fuckery of the superhero? Because that shit was like, in season 1 at least. Because a lot of times they do shit and it's like, I really shouldn't be doing that. Like, I think it was season 1 where they try to save an airplane from crashing, and they couldn't figure it out, and they ended up leaving the airplane to crash. Yeah. Matter of fact, was it crashing? No, the airplane got held hostage. Yep. And they bust in trying to save it and ended up fucking it up more.
It was Highlander.
Highlander and Queen May.
Yeah, they both showed up together.
Well, it was more Highlander.
It was Highlander. Queen May was with him, but Highlander was what busted in. Like the best part about this show, I'm going to go off channel, go back on. Is what people understand is that if you again, this the description was if you take the Justice League and you pull out all the righteousness of all the heroes in the Justice League, this is what you end up with.
Yeah.
These people they don't do things because they're morally correct and stuff. They think like humans. They think like humans, but have like they'll be like, how do I benefit in this?
Yeah.
Like I have an image to uphold and stuff like that. Like they're big on like they have a point system. You find out, and it's like depending on your points and stuff like that. Like they have a social media they go by. Like, oh, if I do this, the retweet's gonna be low, so I ain't gonna do it. So it's gonna shoot die off of that.
I thought it was dope they added that in. That whole segment for season 2 was actually really good.
Oh yeah, because like it makes you realize like damn, like that's the realistic version of what the superheroes would be like. That's a very realistic version. Not gonna be.
The issue was like so in the comic books a lot of times they have to go through like some type of like failure to get their superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
So like for example, Spider-Man, he got superpower. He was a dickhead. He lost his grandpa. Oh, he lost his uncle. My bad.
That's not why he got his powers though.
That's not how he got his power, but he got his powers, and that's how he kind of came to like more understanding of like of who he should be.
Oh
Uncle
yeah.
Ben, no, but yeah.
Oh, that's true. Fast, because he got bit by the spider, got powers, and then told that guy fuck himself. But that still wasn't cool though, because he only did that because the dude was like fuck you to him. Remember?
No.
If you remember the dude, it was somebody does something to him first. And so he turns around and tells that guy, fuck you. And then that guy turns around and then goes and kills. At least in the movie. I felt it was like that in the comic too.
If like we talking about earlier, if he's solid, if he just stays solid, you ain't gotta worry about the rest of the shit. Granted, like, dude did take advantage of him.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, if you would stay solid and been true to yourself, being like, stay to your morals, if you have them, then like the consequence of your uncle dying, getting shot in the back of his head and getting his car stolen wouldn't happen.
Dang, he did murk that nigga uncle, huh?
He's like, bop, 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 bop. You know the whole clip.
He's like, I already want this car. Like, this thing got Bluetooth in it. He got out the car and left. I was like, damn.
You know one with this old piece of shit ass car? He shot me again.
Oh, this ain't no Lincoln, nigga. Oh, like, damn.
That's fucked up.
Like, that's crazy. No, but yeah, so Maeve, so back to what you were talking about. So I want to put that out there because people are like, well, why are these superheroes doing this? Because they're not even really, I wouldn't even necessarily call them superheroes. They're just niggas with powers.
Yeah.
They realistically are just niggas with people with powers. I'm going to say niggas, they're people with powers.
But they are. No, you're right.
Because
Yeah.
You know how that go.
That's, yeah.
So,
but the LA niggas, though.
All
right, you right, my bad.
What's up at a time, bro? What's up at a time, bro? That's what I was like, yeah. No, and so like you said, Queen Maeve and Highlander show up. That the plane was being taken hostage. They bust into the plane, and because they break into the plane, it now is the thing is like going down.
Terrible, yeah.
And then he uses lasers. Remember, he uses lasers. I thought, and he hit the pilot or something.
Yeah,
he went to go laser somebody, but his lasers are too strong, and he hit the pilot. And that's what caused the plane to start going down. It went from being hijacked because it killed the pilots and then fucked the plane up. So now the plane's crashing. Yep. And so Maeve is like, well, let's save some people. And so like we got to save people. Let's try to get them as many as we can out and get them down. And then oh boy was talking about like how like, well, if we try to save some, don't save them all, we're gonna look bad. Rather try to save some, not all of them. Let's just get out of here, let them die. Basically what he does. And so you're like, at this point, that's when you first had that moment of like, oh shit, like
that's the first full-on moment of like, yeah, these niggas ain't
like,
shit.
They not really heroes at all. Like, cause she was like, no, like let's save him. And he was basically threatened her like, you either gonna ride with me or I'm gonna kill you type shit.
Cause she can't fly. That was weird.
I thought she could fly.
I don't think so.
I thought she could fly.
I think that when they got off the plane, like he was carrying her. I don't think she can fly, bro. I could be wrong.
I thought for sure she could fly. She could definitely fly, bro. I'm pretty sure she could fly.
You might be right, but I don't. Mind you, a lot of times when we saw her, she was drinking anyway. She wasn't really in superhero business,
right? Because you don't really show them flying too often.
You know what? You are right. Cause I remember she has like super speed. She got to the final fight. She flew. She had to fight to get there.
I'm pretty sure she could fly. I think that was the thing. She could fly and stuff. She just wasn't as strong as Highlander was.
Yeah, Highlander was out here murking people.
Like Highlander was the worst. And so
Homelander, damn.
Yeah, his name was Homelander. I said, that don't sound right, but yo, that nigga was high as fuck.
I'll put Highlander as the name of the episode.
His name was definitely Homelander, which is funny, like Homeland Security. That's what it was supposed to be play on, Homeland Security.
I love it because I'm crazier.
And it was just wow, like and it, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, they do shit like that. Like they literally talked about it, and so ultimately he was like, "Don't save any of his people. Like it's not going to go for our image. Blah blah blah. This plane's already going down. They're just going to die. Hey. Whatever. If we do save them and don't save them all, it's going to ruin our points." And
if they die, they die.
Yep.
I was like, dang.
That
was like,
shit was crazy, man. That show was decent because it was so dark. Like, because you think right away you think of heroes. First of all, when you hear the show called The Boys, you're not thinking of superheroes at all.
No.
One, two. When you see the show, you think, oh, it's like that's like a like a knockoff Captain America and shit. Like he got a Captain America flag on the back of his shirt and stuff. Like you think he's gonna be like a real good righteous dude? Hell no, he was the worst one. That's true. He was the worst one. And then you see all the corruption within the government and with them and the stuff they were trying to do and not trying to do and the contracts and like it was actually a really good show. The first season was kind of, I felt long. And even some of the second season felt long. I say up until a certain point, like maybe like episode 4, they just picked the fuck up.
It does. I ain't not gonna lie.
And I was like, oh.
They have it's always a situation of like we're trying to build something for you and then like we're unrolling it. I feel like they need, I don't know what they need to do with that, but
yeah, because I didn't. The direction that it went in the second season, I could not have anticipated or seen coming from the first season at all.
Right.
Like that whole second person, the hero coming in and being all crazy like she was. That shit was like, I don't know if they just writ that or what. That shit was good. That was a good plot twist.
You going season 2?
Yeah, season 2. That shit was crazy. Like first season was cool. Like first season I liked it. I was like, this is decent. Like you get to see your heroes be regular people and make bad decisions and like fuck up. Like. Because that's what I think realistically would happen. Especially in a situation where you're not born with powers, you're not from another planet or another remote part of the world type shit. You a regular person that's giving you powers type shit or whatever it was. Like, that's what's going to happen. And I thought that shit was super dope for that reason.
Only reason I watched, I'm going to say Heroes. Only reason why I watched The Boys, I read the comic book a little bit. And that's kind of like, because the comic book is like worse than the TV show is. So from there, I was like, oh, it's going to be interesting. So when they made that, it's not like the comic book exactly, but they take the same type of like ideas and like structure from the comic book. It's like same type of thing, whatever. And I was like, oh, like this is really good for what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I was like hella interested.
Yeah, it's like a morally corrupt Justice League. That's all I could think of. That's like only I could compare for people to really get it. Like, and they like, and the fact that you can have tryouts and like, oh, you didn't make the team, you don't make the cut. Yeah. They really was doing that. That shit was hard. I was like, yo. That's like, because I was when I saw the Deep did what he did, I was like, "Yo, they really out here like this." I was like, "What?"
It's worse than comic book. The comic book definitely, yeah,
it was way worse.
Yeah,
damn.
But what I did like is like what it seemed like the TV show is a prequel to the comic book. That's what it seems like.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, oh, like, this is what led up to everything else. But we'll see. Like, I hope they do make it season 3. It definitely necessary. So I do want to talk about the second season of The Boys, but I also want to talk about James Brown fucking his manager's sister.
Oh, that's funny. Go to that one. That was so funny, bro.
So for those that seen James Brown's documentary, if you had, what I asked about the name of the movie is, hold on. So I want to make sure I introduce it right.
Get Up.
Is it called Get Up?
I think it's called Get Up.
You might be right. Cause I thought it was Get Down, but it might be.
Nah, it's Get Up.
It's Get Out.
It's not called no Get Out. It's called Get Up. That was a song. Get up. Get on up. Get up.
That was James Brown?
That's Common.
All right, you won that one. Damn. All right, well, no, because we definitely said Highlander earlier. We got to make sure it's called Get Up. Get on up.
Get up. Get on up.
I just love that song. Anywho, so if you haven't seen the movie James Brown, if you haven't seen the movie Get On Up, it had Chadwick Boseman playing James Brown.
R.I.P. to Chadwick.
So the reason why we brought this up, because me and Fred had a very difference of opinions on the situation that happened in the movie. I'll let you tell the story because you definitely sounded crazier than I did.
All right, so it is a scene in the story where, let's call it, I forget his name. We'll call him Friend B. Friend B brings home James Brown because James Brown just fresh out of prison, doesn't have anywhere to go, and Bobby brings home James Brown, said, can Drake Jones play with us? He doesn't know where to go, whatever. He's a singer, blah, 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 blah. And he's going to help us sing and stuff like that in our part of our music group and stuff. He's like, and then apparently goes, okay, sure. And Bobby has a sister. And from the day that they meet, Bobby's sister, in the movie, it's all based off the movie, not in real life. And the day that they meet, off rip, Bobby's sister's on James Brown's head. Like, she's like giving him the eyes and all that stuff. Like, basically alluding that she wanted to have sex with him. That's what it was alluding to.
Showing the pipe, not the vocals.
Because she even talks about him giving her singing lessons, but the way she was doing, I think she's like, was she under the table rubbing her leg on his or something like that? Something crazy.
I think she was.
And so he was like, yeah, we could arrange that, something like that, whatever, right? So blah, blah, fast forward, maybe like a week later or whatever. Mm-hmm. everybody's downstairs and they're getting ready to go do something, and so the friend Bobby goes upstairs to go get James. Like, hey James, you coming? And as he asked James if he was coming, and then and James is upstairs smashing the sister in the house with everybody downstairs.
All right, so here's where we have difference of like what. Oh, here's where the problem starts. So Fred asked me, what would I do if I found out if I was Bobby and James Brown was smashing my sister in my parents' house with my parents downstairs? I said, yo, I'll tell him, like, yo, like, you can't be smashing my sister in my parents' house, and like I would like jump in between, like, yo, like I wouldn't broke it up. I would have been swinging or something. Like, you can't be smashing my sister in my mom's house, like that's nuts. And you said,
I said no. I said if I'm breaking it up, I'm something he can't smash my sister.
why can't he smash your sister?
I was like, no, like you not going. I was like, you can't live here and smash my sister. Remember, that's what I was saying. Like,
yeah,
that's not like that's disrespectful. Like, I bring you,
like ideally you can smash my sister. Y'all two like each other. Y'all can do whatever. You just can't do it in the house. My parents downstairs.
No, it's like
even if like our parents was gone, I'd be like, all right, cool. But like my parents downstairs, you over making cornbread mashed potatoes for you. You were matching my sister.
He was doing the taters. She was doing the twist. Doing the twist.
You ain't twisting my sister. I'm sorry.
she had to do the twist. She was doing the twist and the mashed potato on that nigga. I was like, that's crazy. That's how I got the dances. How you fast where you got the dances
from? We're not doing that.
That must where you got them from, bro.
For smashing his sister though?
Maybe she was obviously a wild one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so she wouldn't be out here throwing it. Like, she's in control of her body.
He's like, I feel good.
We get it.
That's where you got it from, bro.
He get on up.
He got on up and got on with it. He walked out there and like, Papa got a brand new bag.
That's crazy, bro. I remember you said, I was like, yeah, you can smash. If y'all two like each other, y'all can do your thing.
He was a dog though.
And yeah, but like,
and I think it's like
we knew that.
Cause that's like cause you already know like I gotta do business with this man. Something don't work out. Like you gotta think about that foot.
It didn't work out, and it's perfectly fine.
They really wasn't. But he was kind of pissed with him. Remember, he was kind of mad at him.
Yeah, he should have been, but he didn't let it fuck up the paper.
I feel like he did for a little bit. Like he didn't let it fuck up the paper, but he was definitely like holding a grudge towards him, and the energies was all.
He asked my man. He's like, James Brown said, "Oh, I got old girl pregnant," and he was like, "Oh, what you do with my sister then?" He's like, "Oh, she'll be all right." I'm like, "What you mean?"
Well, he did. No, he hit it with some slick pimp shit. That's what James did.
That's exactly what he said. He's like, "Oh, you'll be all right." That's basically what he said. He said some pimp shit. You're right, but he was like,
I feel like he was taking care of his though, wasn't he not?
Taking care of what?
His kids, wasn't he? Remember he had all his kids with him and stuff. He was still taking care of them.
He was, but you ain't gonna. Like, you cheated on my sister, bro, and you got her pregnant.
Well, he ain't cheat. He wasn't with his sister.
He was. They was dating.
They weren't dating when he got her pregnant. They wasn't dating, bro. They was done.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm telling you, dog. I like no, and it's funny because like no matter the situation, like she's still gonna they still gonna find a way to be together, like do their thing, and so it's like,
no, like that's cool. If y'all want to have sex, that's cool. You can't do it in our parents' house. My parents' house.
I'm like, no, I bet somebody no, because I don't want nobody. Because if you say like y'all can't do it in my parents' house, y'all gonna be out somewhere, and he go like, hey, I'm gonna call to the hotel. Is that cool? Like now you sitting in the hotel room, he trying to beat, and you're like, wait a minute,
hey, you can do it with me here either. Like I only have parties at all.
Like yo, hold this camera. Like I'm telling you, bro.
You better tell me go for a walk. I better not find out my sister was up here. Like that's nuts.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. No, ideally, you saying that like you can't fuck my sister is you putting that law down. Like if I find out, it's gonna be a problem. Like you said that earlier to yourself. You said that's the ultimate year law of like if I find out, it's gonna be a problem.
No, cause I'm all for like if women wants to have sex with whoever, that's fine. But like granted, I would hope that you had enough smarts to be like, I'm not gonna fuck my homie's brother. But my brother's homie, my bad. My brother's homie. In our parents' house, my parents downstairs making cornbread, mashed potatoes.
Home, bro. The family was home because they just walking up the steps. You hear like doom doom doom. If you're an adult at any certain point in time in your life, you know what that is.
Either it's a rhythm you fucking or God trying to send you a message. And more often than not, it's gonna be the
like
rhythm.
Somebody was upstairs knocking on the door to get out the room. That's what that sounded like. I was like, no, sir. Like, nah.
I was like
the door locked from the inside, so why would they be locked in the room? Oh. Like, oh.
They didn't even lock the door.
No, they didn't lock the door. I think the door was open, wasn't it? Because he didn't open the door. He just peeked in.
I think you're right.
I don't know, bro. That shit was crazy because he was like, "You coming?" And then he went downstairs. Then he went downstairs and he's like, "Oh, he coming, mama." Please tell me he didn't do that. He went downstairs. Oh, he coming, mama. I was like, bro, that's it. Look up the video. Look at the movie again. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because he asked him where they was at, and he said, "Oh, he's coming, mama." Yes. He said, "No." He said, "I think he said they coming." He said, "They coming," or "He's coming."
Saying they come is worse.
Yep, that's crazy.
They're coming.
I was like, wow. I'm like 99% sure that he goes there. Oh, they coming, mama. They coming, mama. And he is coming down the stairs again. I was like, that
did happen. As a matter of fact, you're right.
I was like, he a real one for like being like, I ain't gonna blow up your spot, but he a whack one for letting that happen and being like, it's cool. Like letting that shit, like you went like a sucker on that shit, bro.
He did. I was being upset about that.
That was some sucker shit, bro. I'd be like, nah. I'd have told him you couldn't fuck my sister, knowing that he would have still fucked her. But at least I wouldn't have to know about that shit. Like the idea was that like I don't know, but I don't find out.
You know about it already though.
Right, but
and mind you, if Dad found out,
but you don't know. But he don't. But at that point, James don't know that's forbidden. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like if
he don't know it's forbidden. I gotta tell you,
it's like if when God made the tree, right, with Adam and Eve, if he never told them about the apple, and they ate the apple. God would be like, okay, you can't eat no more of the apples, and then you go back and eat the apple. Now I gotta fuck you up. Like I'm gonna give you a slide because I didn't tell you the first time.
I feel like that's different though.
But now you know
because they need to be notified about the tree. That's fine. But like, that's my sister, bro. Only I need to tell you not to fuck my sister.
But
I don't need to tell my sister like, hey, what you doing fucking this man out?
Obviously you do.
Nah, bro.
Obviously you do, because she clearly was like, you gonna help me with them singing lessons and put her legs up all on her. He was like, oh.
I was more mad about that. Like,
I was like, she was on his head at day one. He sat down. He sat down at the table. He might as well sat down at the table. Got it, went to the room, so I'm ready. She was like sat down at the table. She already had a leg up on his. Was like, hey.
And she was wild. I was like, yo, what? Like, that
she
quick?
Was a real one.
I'm not saying it was like, all right, I get it, it's James Brown, but it's like, he wasn't even James Brown yet.
He wasn't James Brown yet. He was not James Brown at the time.
Like, he didn't even have the sauce yet. He just had the ingredients. That's crazy, dog.
But you know, you gotta taste the sauce as you make it to make sure it's being done right.
No, exactly. When you cooking the sauce, you gotta eat it. You gotta taste it.
Hey, that's what she was doing, getting the taste, getting the early taste.
So let me go ahead and get some of them chives. Like, sit down somewhere. Hey, I was so disappointed. That was my sister. Like, yo, like,
I just bit this nigga home. Like, he literally like a week within a week. I was like, okay.
Like, it was in that same man. Look, that was nuts.
They did make her look bad in that situation. I was like, damn, they both was looking wild in that situation. Actually,
there you go.
They both was wild in that situation. He was foul for like not. They both ain't had no manners. That shit was crazy.
They really did.
That shit was. You're not gonna bring somebody home. And my sister be on him like that, and you be down to be like, okay, yeah, I know he just brought me home to look out for me. I figured he was looking out all the way.
Well, I will say, I understand why he did though, because it's been like, I've been in prison.
Yeah, he was. That's the thing too. He was in the Bing and stuff like that. So he was like,
why is it called the Bing? Nothing in prison goes Bing.
I don't know.
I call it the Bing too. That's the crazy part. I always want to know that though.
Yeah, why is prison called the Bing? I don't know.
I'm at UrbanDictionary.com.
That shit was funny, though. I was like, that shit was crazy.
I was really disappointed in that man, bro. Like, you have no idea.
That shit was bad. That was bad. That was bad on the homies' part. Like, for real. I was like, James Brown should have been like, no, like they bringing me, they giving me hospitality, and the dad didn't trust him.
Of course not.
Dad didn't trust him. And then to see that happen, it's like, why bring this fool? Because you look crazy, like.
Dad didn't know, thank God.
Yeah, because like you brought this fool home, and he did this. You was like, wow. Now he done knocked your sister up, and it's like, I'm like, we're good. She'll be all right. They're like, wow. Man gonna do a business.
Nah, the business need to be done outside his house.
Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? I go on the road. I do my thing. I was like, okay. He told him some slick shit, whatever he told him.
He was slick throughout that whole movie.
He was slick as shit. He told some slick, like some real ass, like pimp shit. Like, I was like, oh. And that nigga was like, I guess so. That shit was crazy.
These examples on Urban Dictionary is crazy. The Bing. The example. I would say it's my man. I would say my mom. But I'm going to read it to you how I thought I read it. My mom just got the Bing today. I was like, bro.
Why is that a crazy sentence to you?
My mom, though, of all people.
They got female prisons, nigga?
Yeah, but I'm not going to say it as an example. So it says my man just got the Bing today.
When you read that to me makes more sense. Why my mom's would be, it's kind of crazy. That do sound weird to me. When I
did on a quick brief look over. Sounds like
that always makes me laugh. Kind of crazy when I hear people talk about their parents gangbang, especially moms. When I hear people talk about, oh, my mom gangbangers, so I'm like, what?
I heard Vince Staples' mom used to gangbang according to him.
Like because you forget that's like you forget because it's not as common as you think. Like it's not as common as you think. Like it's not like it wasn't common for me to see that shit. I know it was. Like, I know gangbangers, and I know it's real shit, but that wasn't a common thing to be introduced to. So to hear, because usually you think like parents want the best for you and stuff like that, and that's not usually the road that leads to the best.
Man, all the girls in my block used to gangbang.
You were born in a prison, nigga? You was born in a cell block, bitch.
I told you I'm bang. I'm out here bang, bro. I'm trying to tell you, I was born in darkness. You visited. I was born in it.
Yeah, you trained in the dark. I was born in it. I said, oh shit.
We never get to that, how underrated he is when he talks. But, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you and your poetic justice. I know you like your famous.
Justice, get famous.
That's your poetic justice, bro. You be like, yo.
Bane, Thanos.
Yeah, those are your characters.
I'm telling you, bro.
Relax.
What?
Relax.
I don't speak poetically, bro?
Yeah.
I don't like the way you said yeah.
I'm saying yeah.
All right.
I can't just say yeah to a nigga.
No, you can't. That was so smart ass mouth.
I said yeah.
Pause.
That wasn't a pause.
It wasn't. It felt weird, though.
See, the homophobia is real,
that
my
what
brother.
was? You know
That's
what?
homophobia, bro.
I take the five as my fault.
That's homophobia.
I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta mature. I gotta grow up.
Yo, hey, this whole time I ain't dog you out not one time, dog.
Speaking of homophobia,
that's not a good look.
no.
That's not a good segue, bro. That's not a good segue. But go with it. You already there now. You already said. Speaking of homophobia, so, what happened?
I'm trying to find a way to flip it to make it sound nice. I can't.
It's not bad. Depends what you're gonna lead up to.
That's
it.
crazy.
That's the crazy way. I was like,
I'm gonna lead up to Uncle Frank.
Like everybody's listening to like.
No, Uncle. That is a good one because Uncle Frank. They had homophobia in Uncle Frank.
I said speaking of homophobia, Uncle Frank.
So speaking of homophobia, Uncle Frank.
That was a good movie.
It
bro.
was.
That was actually a good. I was like, damn.
It really exceeded my expectations.
It did. It exceeded mine too. That was good.
So Uncle Frank is a movie about a young girl named Beth who is out.
Speaking of homophobia, let's talk about Uncle Frank. Like,
who is out in the wilderness of adolescence and is beginning her journey into adulthood. As her journey begins, she starts college at NYC and becomes closer with her Uncle Frank, who she has always been enamored with. While spending time with her uncle, she finds out his secret. Uncle Frank is gay. Was you laughing at homophobia?
Speaking of homophobia, yeah, that's a crazy ass segue.
No, because like so
it worked. It does work. It's just funny. It's because you like that's something I would hear and everybody would perk up like, oh, he gonna drop the F-bomb. Like that's what's coming next.
No,
like he about to say something crazy.
I
Like,
wouldn't have said that. Nah.
what he gonna say? This is crazy. As soon as you say homophobia, everybody start looking like, like what he about to say? I ain't gonna fry. I was like, oh shit.
You know what I was gonna say next, huh? Probably watch something else. You didn't probably. No. So Uncle Frank is on Amazon Prime. Broke down the movie for you already. I've been wanting to watch it. I saw the trailer like summertime-ish a little bit.
I didn't see the trailer. I just saw it show up somewhere. I said, Uncle Frank. I wonder what this is.
Amazon does a terrible job of promoting their movies. Like they only put it on their website.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And it's only on like desktops. So like when I saw it, it was either on like a trailer website or it was on like a trailer website, YouTube, or on Amazon. And I hate when they do that because they don't do a good job of pushing it.
Because it's a good one too.
Yeah, it's something that's like if you do have like any type of like homophobia or if you're like closed-minded to the degree, you watch that and you're kind of like, oh.
You know how I know they don't do I don't think they do a great job of that? Is I couldn't have told you what platform it was on.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like when I'm watching a Netflix joint, I know it's on Netflix. Mm-hmm. When I'm watching, even if I'm watching it on Hulu, I know I saw it on Hulu. That honestly was the one I was like, I don't remember where we watched that at. I really was like, I don't remember until you say Amazon Prime. I couldn't remember where we watched. I just remember we watched it.
Yeah, it's only on Amazon Prime, and they have a lot of movies that are sleepers, bro.
Yeah, that's a good one. This Uncle Frank one's good. Like, damn, it was really good. It was the way it was laid out was pretty cool because he was like the cool uncle.
Yeah,
he was like the cool uncle and stuff like that. He was always looking out for the little homegirl.
He was a little homie.
Yeah, I was saying homie. I was like, I don't think that fits her, but I was like, for his niece, he was looking out for her, so make sure she was cool and stuff like that. And he was real distant. He was real distant from the family, kind of like he lived somewhere further away and stuff like that. So so you're looking at that, you're like, oh snap! I can see how. And he had a
little red Corvette.
He had a roommate that he had or whatever.
Oh, I was way off.
No, he can't say he lived with his friend or something like that. Remember?
You talking the first meeting or like the actual? No, yeah. So he said that he had a friend. Like, oh yeah, I have a friend.
Yeah,
A
and
roommate.
but he kept telling people but he told the family that he had one of their, because there was three of them I think living together, and because the one girl's name was Claire or something.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what ended up happening. Yeah, because they had their last tongue tied together and shit.
Yep, and so they were always, so that both the two men that lived together, which is Uncle Frank and his lover, they would both lie to their families and say that, because his lover was like Saudi Arabian.
Yeah.
And so they would both use this one girl and said that was their wife. So they saw a picture, they would see the picture of them with the wife or whatever. Or all three would be together, and she'd be in between. They'd be like, oh, that's they're there with the wife or whatever. Like, he's there with his wife. And then he would show the same picture of his family, say, I'm here with my wife and my friend. And you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah. So they didn't know he was gay.
Yeah.
Because this is back in the time where that was like a big no-no.
Yeah, it was like the 70s, like 1776.
Yeah.
My bad, I went too far back. 1976. I said 17.
It was cool.
No, because they see
true.
movies like, this is a world time
Like,
period.
did they even use
see.
the word uncle back in that day? Like, I don't even have the word uncle yet, sir. Like, what?
Say it again. 1976 is when the movie was based
1970 something. 1970 something. Please tell me that song with Biggie.
on. No.
What?
You sure you got Biggie confused with Shine?
No, I'm pretty sure.
Which is possible.
I'm pretty sure Biggie has a song called 1970 something.
While you looking that up. The song. The movie was really good. I enjoyed it. Only part I didn't like was when Uncle Frank invites his brother and the family over. So the girl that they have, she's Jewish. Yeah, it's on the final chapter. I ain't listen to that album.
No, it's the actual song. It's the actual
I
joint.
didn't say it wasn't. I just didn't hear it.
They just put that. That's just a picture you use. It's on the actual album.
On what, that album? The duets?
No, I think it's on there too. Because they remixed it on there, but it's the actual song he had.
So one part I didn't like was Uncle Frank's introducing the girl, the acting girlfriend as his girlfriend to his brother's family, and so like this guy, the brother says, because they tell about like basically the girlfriend's lineage, like basically where she's from and so on and so forth. The brother says, "Man, I'm just glad you ain't black," and the whole house got quiet and looked at him. And it was like the girlfriend lets off like a nervous laugh of like, like you really said that. And nobody was like, yo, that's racist. They just was like, oh, like that's how you feel, and kept it pushing.
Yeah.
Granted, I didn't expect them to be like, oh, that's racist. Get out of our house. I didn't expect them to do that. But that is like an actual thing of like, oh, like you black, we got a problem. Like I love her. No, you don't. You don't kill her. You'll find another one.
James Brown, her.
Sir.
That's how JB. You gonna pull a JB?
How's that pulling a JB?
James Brown.
Anyway.
You want the JB to draw, huh? Like, no, he JB to draw.
Yeah, so that's no. I think he's in that movie. But yeah,
what?
Chadwick's in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. It's in the movie coming out on Netflix.
Who?
I know exactly. Ma Rainey's. I'm probably saying the last name wrong, but Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. It's Black History Month. Let it ride.
I'm like, what?
I will do more digging later on.
Digging in the bottom?
But Chadwick's in that movie.
Oh, okay.
But back to Uncle Frank. Like yeah, that scene was crazy. But beyond that, like, is Uncle Frank play a big part in Beth's life, even to the point where like, she wanted to change her name because she didn't like it. I think she changed it to like Elizabeth or some shit, right?
Yeah.
Or was it the other way around? It was the other way around. Her name was like something pale, like Sarah or some shit. No offense to Sarah's. Let's go with a different name.
1970 song.
She had damn, that's fucked up what I said. But she had a rickety name that she didn't like, and she was like,
Ricky, that's hilarious.
I like Beth, and she was like, all right, yeah, you're Beth now. And her uncle like kind of like put her onto that of like just being yourself, like always be you, and like don't let nobody tell you who you can and can't be.
Yeah,
the uncle was so thorough. She was like, he was even like, if you need birth control, let me know. I don't have a problem like pretending to be your father so you can get birth control. Yeah,
she's like, what? Like, why do I need birth control? Like, she kind of she had that mindset. Like, her mindset was very sheltered. It seemed like because she definitely wasn't understanding of that. Like, to give an example, how sheltered she was, she met up with this guy while she was at college. And within the first few minutes of meeting with this guy, like, he kind of was sweet talking her and stuff like that. But the way he was acting with her, outside looking in, us watching the movie outside looking in, like something's up with this dude. We don't know what's up. Something's different about this guy. Like when he was like, "No, I just want to keep our friendship." Remember?
I was fine with that, but no, you're right. You're right. I definitely was like,
bro, in college.
When he did that, I definitely was like,
you just met this girl, and she's super down. You don't know from a can of paint, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm ready. I'm down." And he's like, "Oh well, it's okay. I'd rather preserve your friendship."
No, you missing the part. So she said like, "No, I don't." Dang, she did kind of say how she was down, huh?
She was down because she was like, first it was chilling. He gamed her up a little bit, and then they went to his room or something like that.
He was smooth as fuck, huh? Pause. But no, he talked her out her panties, and she was like, "It's my first." She said it's my first time,
right?
And then he was like, "Oh, cool, bet. Like I don't want to take it. No, we gotta do something. We gotta make sure it's special." Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, like thinking back, you're like, I will understand, like, because she was still down though. She was still down.
She was. You're right. She was.
She was still down, but he was
like,
like,
I still want to tell you, like, what's up with this cut shit. That's what happened. But he was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait,
she's talking about underhanded to you. Don't worry about it. It's
save it for the Super Bowl.
He said, save it for the Super Bowl.
And so that is what happened. You're right.
Yeah, so I was like, that wasn't a big thing. I was like, all right, whatever. But then they went to this party. The uncle was having a party at his house, but he didn't know that the niece was showing up.
Yeah, he did not invite her at all.
Yeah, she just showed up at the house with her quote unquote new boyfriend. Mind you, she just met this nigga the same day.
Yep, that was the same day. You were right.
It was the same day, and she's already calling this dude her boyfriend. So this girl's super naive, and so she doesn't see it. But the uncle was like, okay, and then so like he's like kind of freaked out that she's there because he doesn't tell. I don't think she knew. She still didn't know about his lifestyle yet.
Not at all.
She still didn't know about his lifestyle like that. So up until now, she's under the impression that he's just some college professor or whatever it is that lives out in New York and is just living his best life or whatever, which he was. But she just said that he was gay at the time, and so she introduces him to the boyfriend or whatever. And the boyfriend knows who he is. So Beth went to go do something. I think Beth he kind of leaves Beth at the party. Beth is like off in the party drinking somewhere, doing whatever at the party because someone gave her a drink and stuff like that. And she's
her first drink ever, bro.
Yup. And so she's like she's already like fucked up. Off rip.
She don't know how alcohol work, but she's gonna make it find out how to work.
And so they're at the party partying, and like her best quote unquote boyfriend starts immediately hitting on the teacher, hit on Uncle Frank. Like hitting on him big time, like basically offering himself to him and stuff like that. Like, so what's up? I want to do this and stuff like that. And then Frank was like, "You like no, you think I'm gonna throw away my whole career for you? No, basically." And so then he basically kicked the ball. Did
he say something about like I'm nice and tight or some shit?
Yeah, so he was just saying like the boy was a young boy. He was
really trying to get this man.
So he was like, I'm nice and tight and right, whatever it was. Whatever he was telling him was they trying to get him to be like trying to sell himself to Frank, and Frank was like, no, I don't want you. Basically, Frank dismissed him. So
multiple times.
And so he gets mad. So the boy gets mad, goes to Beth and's like, I'm leaving because your uncle was like tripping or whatever. He just raged out on me or whatever. So I'm leaving. And that's what happened. So then later on the next morning, Beth's all fucked up. Because she had her first drink, so she's all fucked up, and he had to explain to her that that's not what happened. Your boyfriend was gay. Oh no, he explains to him what gay means.
Yeah.
And then explains to Beth that I'm gay, and then she's like, and your boyfriend, your quote unquote boyfriend, is definitely gay. He can hit on me, blah 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 blah. This is what happened. And I was like, what? So I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, wow, because like she was so like she didn't see it. She didn't know.
No clue.
No kind of clue whatsoever. And she was already calling this dude a boyfriend. And all he did was talk to her, kiss her like one time. And so this is my boyfriend. Because even he was like, oh, when she said it.
Did he? Oh, yeah, I was curious about that.
He was like, oh. Like, even that nigga dude would be like, oh. Like,
he was like, word? I mean, what for now? That's crazy.
He was like, oh, I don't remember agreeing to this. That shit was funny, bro. I was like, yo.
I thought about it, right? So I was like, in less than 30 minutes of her visiting her uncle, she lost her boyfriend, quote unquote boyfriend, got drunk for the first time, started a hangover for the first time, found out her uncle was gay, and then found out her boyfriend was gay. In 30 minutes.
In New York.
The pacing of that movie was crazy. It was like, we're going to give you like a lot in spoonfuls.
It was good though, man. One thing I liked about Beth was there's a part where, spoiler alert, basically. Just
we spoiling everything.
Something happened. We don't have to say what happens, but something happens that requires Frank to go home for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
and he doesn't really want to go back, and his boyfriend was going to go back with him because his boyfriend wanted to go back to be supportive of Frank, and Frank was like, no, I don't want you there, like, you can't go. You cannot go, blah, 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 blah. Kamaja going back towards the south. Yeah. And so he's like, no, you can't go. Like, it's different here than it is there. He's like, the Saudi Arabia nigga, like, basically saying, like, bro, like, really, though? Like, no, it's not that different. Like,
what's worse, Saudi Arabia or...
Saudi Arabia would be way... At that point in time, I feel like...
I don't know. I honestly don't know which one's worse.
I feel like either or you could possibly end up dead, but you are more than likely going to end up dead in Saudi Arabia. For your lifestyle choice. At that point in time, I don't know how it wasn't. I don't know how Saudi Arabia was in the 70s.
Well, that's the thing. So, like, Saudi Arabia, it's like a law. Like, by law, you can die because you're gay. And
that's
like,
what I thought. I thought it was like pretty like yeah, they was. But I always mixed up Saudi Arabia and other places, and I'm like, I don't know.
Too?
So I was like,
I didn't know where Jamaica was, so you already know what's up.
Ooh, okay.
What?
You know what?
My bad.
The first step is admittance.
No, you made sure I knew. You made sure I knew where Jamaica was.
You know where Jamaica is now?
It's California. My bad, wrong
Episode 136 of Cleaning Dishes.
Florida. That's Florida. It's in the Florida region.
Of California.
That's where Gatorade is.
You know what? I ain't mad at that.
Thank you.
I ain't mad at that. It's nearby Gatorade.
Yep. There's Gators in Florida.
You know what?
Hey,
you're getting somewhere. You're getting better. You're getting better.
Saudi Arabia, Frank.
So I still feel like it was like a, if they had found out in Saudi Arabia, I do feel like it would have been definite death, like for sure death, a violent death at that. It wasn't gonna be like, oh, okay.
This is a beheading. He was saying beheadings, right?
I feel like if you went down south, he would have got chased out of town. That's well, as a white dude, you probably would have got chased out of town. That's what I think would have happened. They'd be like, oh, you one of them, and they'd be rough on him, and they would chase him out of town. But in Saudi Arabia, they was gonna chase you down. You know what I'm saying? Bit different.
All right, I see what you're saying.
I think you'd have got chased down and killed. So I feel like, yeah, so that happened. And so he ends up going back home with his niece. And while he's down there, and basically, long story short, his daddy died. So he had to go back. That plays an important part. His daddy died. He had to go back, and his boyfriend had dealt with this before, right. And so he wanted to be really supportive because he was like, when I went through it, you helped me. I want to help you, Frank. I want to be there for you. And Frank kept saying no, like no, you can't come. And so it really hurt old boy's feelings because he felt like, damn, like we still have to be in a closet like this. I don't want to have to do that. And also, but what I liked about that part was the niece kind of called him out at one point in time. I was like, you sitting here telling me how I'm supposed to be living my best life and be true to myself and true to who I am. But you're living a secret, but when it comes to you get to live a secret.
That's different, though.
It's not.
Yeah, because I can die for where I am, though. So if I don't want to showcase it in certain places,
not where he was living at. He wasn't going to die for where he was living at. He was in New York.
Yeah, New York, he was cool. Like New York, he was open and free.
And that's not that he had to tell the world. To all his family. His family was going to kill him.
Everything. He didn't know he was going to kill him or not. He didn't know how the dad was.
But his daddy was dead.
All right, I don't know if I passed it on to my son or not.
He was his son.
The other son.
He knew his brother was like, I don't know about his brother.
Yeah.
He knew that his brother was like gonna.
His brother was racist. Like, come on.
Okay, his brother was a racist. I mean, he was gonna hate his own brother.
That's debatable. What? It's not.
So then, so they go down to, they end up going down there on their way down to, what's the name, whatever.
Kendall.
Okay. They're going down to, I think South Carolina, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think they're going to Carolinas. They're going down there, and as they're going to Carolinas,
I had a joke about calling myself.
The Saudi Arabian dude ends up somehow or another he ends up linking up with them down there, and they're like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "What the hell are you doing here?" Blah, blah, blah. They go through the process. They go through. Mind you, Frank is still secretly gay here. No one knows he's gay except for now his one cousin didn't know. One of his his sister-in-law. His sister-in-law knew, but she kept it on the low. She kept the secret. She kept the secret, and then his niece now knew, and they're keeping it a secret. And at one point in time, his daddy had shunned him. We found out his daddy had shunned him because of the fact that his dad knew he was gay.
Yeah,
his dad had found out one way he was gay.
Oh yeah, he knew.
And traumatized him for it. That's why he didn't like his family. That's why he moved, because his daddy had traumatized the fuck out of him really bad. And what ends up happening is when they're down at the
hold on, give him too much sauce. What you about to say right now? Hold on.
I'm about to say shut up.
Are you?
That's funny.
Yeah,
Right,
yes.
I'll let you give some sauce then. Give
No, I don't know what you don't say nothing. I like the way I like the way you were going. Just that I don't want you to give up the key thing of Sam. You know what I'm saying?
No, I wasn't gonna give away Sam.
All right, cool. That's why I didn't know.
But the key I was gonna give away was the daddy blowing up his spot.
All right, cool. That's it.
I wasn't even gonna bring up the ball. I wasn't gonna bring up anybody but Sam on that part because it's gonna be hard to tie in together and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know if you gonna tell the whole movie or not.
No, I wasn't gonna tell that part.
All right.
So then they go down there. They go through the funeral. Blah blah blah. You know, after a funeral, you have to read a will. So mind you, so keep in mind, Frank is secretly gay, right? This part is not funny.
It's not. It's just it's crazy. It's funny. It's funny you bring that up
because it's important.
It is. It's 100% important. It's just crazy.
Okay, you know what I'm just gonna say. So basically, during the reading of the will, Frank's spot gets blown up. Like
yes,
Frank,
that's
they
good.
blow up Frank's spot. They during the reading of the will, the dad, in his will blows up Frank's spot. So the whole family finds out through somebody else, through a stranger. Come on, a lawyer's reading it. So you find out from the mouth of a stranger via their father. From their father via a stranger that Frank is gay, and Frank has the biggest meltdown in the world and starts going through it big time. So it gets really gloomy and that kind of got dark real fast because of things he was going through and stuff. But the way he handled it, the way it got handled and dealt with I thought was pretty cool, and the way people how it got dealt with overall as a whole was pretty cool. But the way it got to that point was freaking terrible.
It was foul as shit.
I felt so angry and so bad for him, man. I almost borderline was like just cried out of anger. I was like, really?
You know what? If you would have, I wouldn't.
I almost cried out of anger because that was so fucked up.
Yeah,
I was like, that nigga saw and shot my daddy. I don't think Graven shot my daddy. Y'all like, pop, pop, pop. Like, no. I'd have dug that body up and shot that shit again. That shit was crazy, bro.
I would have
shot my dead daddy at that point in time.
Man.
Like what? Like that shit was bad. But that movie, it was a lot better than I thought. It wasn't super long, but they had the buildup was great and it moved. I think I like the pace it moved at. And it was a good watch. It was a really good watch. Real good watch to me. I would recommend watching that. Pardon me, I'm sorry, I had a little gas.
You good?
But overall, that movie was fun, man. I liked that. I was like, wow, because they really know how to hit you. Like, what? No, like I was on the edge of my seat. Like, no, you not gonna do this.
That
shit
Will
crazy.
scene was nuts. I was like, all right, dog. I get
like,
it, but like, nigga.
You always know what's crazy or bad when you gotta pause the movie, look at each other like, yo. Yeah. When you hit the yo face, dog, it's a wrap. You know something going down crazy.
You know it's wild because like so when things had happened whenever I was like, all right, cool, you kind of know what's going to happen. It was like we put a little extra sauce on it for y'all. Y'all got it. Like y'all deserve this. Y'all watched it to this point. All right.
Because what you expect to happen was kind of what happened, but like you said, with the extra sauce, like, they put way more sauce than you expected on that.
Yeah.
I was like, I figured he's like, fuck you. That's be it.
Yeah, I was like, I literally was like, he didn't deserve that. Like he really did not deserve that.
It was nothing he could have done with that.
Nah.
My thing is, that's the worst feeling in the world, I think, is for someone to take, because now you're for someone to put you in a position to want to fuck them up and you physically not be able to fuck them up is the worst feeling in the world. You can't fuck them up. There's nothing you could do to say to them or nothing. Like when you get in a position where you don't get closure. That is the worst feeling in the world to me, is when you can't get closure on something.
What was it? So like, even though his dad was like a dickhead for how he did it, it at least was a blessing in disguise because kind of like it forced him to take off that mask that he wore. Granted, it should have been in Frank's hands of how he wanted to do it.
Right.
But it kind of just pushed the envelope because like that was fucked up how he did that shit.
That shit was terrible, man. That was so
I think we both was like, whoa. He was like, whoa. We was like, whoa, dog, come on. Like, nigga, like, is that necessary, dog? You got to watch the movie. Like, it's not funny, but it's funny when you think about it. It's like, yo, this man's just nuts. Like,
he was like, what the fuck? Like, it made me laugh because of the fact. Let me tell you why I'm laughing. Because what I thought, again, like you said, what I thought would happen happened, but it happened at such a much higher degree that it threw me off. Like, that escalated. Like, I mean, and And then because the person that's delivering,
even he was like, cause you know, like he was reading, he was like,
oh, he stopped when he was reading. I was like, oh,
He was
it's
like-
about to be some sauce. And then he said that shit. I was like, nigga, no. It was so like in hindsight, I'm laughing because the way our energy was in the room at the time, the way we reacted to each other was like, what the? We were so shocked and so taken aback, like. I was so appalled that thinking back, I couldn't help but laugh at how appalled I was by this. Cause like it's like that's actually fitting for his father. But
yeah.
It was so, but it just was like, yeah.
It's so many situations where sometimes you have to, like, at this point now we're laughing to avoid anger because of how crazy it was.
Yeah, because it was fucked up. It was bad, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like that shit had me. Cause like I said, I was so angry. I almost wanted to cry. I was so mad. Like he really did this, really?
Yeah.
And my thing was like, and the fucked part about it is like the lawyer has to read this.
Yeah.
Like, that's what made it so fun. Like he has to sit there and read he can't skip over and summarize himself. He has to read verbatim what's there.
And you know, it made it worse. Is like he was looking at us like, I don't really want to say this.
He's like,
and they were like, what does it say? And he was like,
he was like, you don't need to. It stops there. It stops there. Like he could have just been like, hey, yo, I'll let you read the rest for yourself, or I'll let you read something. But like, nope, you legally have to read it out loud. And that
it is what he says though, huh?
He was like, he just did his job and he read that shit. I was like, nigga, no way.
I legit would have been like, you know what? He's dead. It's not important what he says. Just know that like it is what it is between y'all. If you want to read it, you can, but I don't suggest you do that, dude.
Yeah, it was bad.
Man, I was like, damn.
It was bad, man. That shit was so messed up.
We legit was like, yo, hey.
I was like, nigga, what? Yeah. Okay, at the time, it was like, no, we were just looking at each other like, yo, what the fuck? I was really pissed. I was like, what?
Legit off the top rope. It's like, for real.
Like, yeah, I was like, what? Jesus, that shit was crazy. That threw a loop. But yeah, I almost feel like you have to watch this movie because I don't think you necessarily gain. Well, I didn't gain any new knowledge from it, but some people might. Some people might gain some new knowledge from it. But I think overall, I think you probably gain a maybe better understanding of how things can be and still are for people. And just to see like how, like, I don't know, I think you get the chance to feel. I think that was the difference. You got a chance to kind of feel. I got to feel a little bit more than I normally would have felt. And I felt, and I was like, God, that felt terrible. That felt terrible. Like not even being in that world, not even being from that spectrum, not even being from that part of anything, like that felt terrible.
So unnecessary.
I was like, whoa. And yeah, I say watch that movie. That was definitely I'm gonna go smooth 8 sponges, bro. That shit was crazy.
Even 8?
I give it 8. That was a good movie. That was good. Like for what it was, how they played out.
Yeah.
It was good. It was like no bad acting, no nothing. It was good, man. It was good, and they didn't make you uncomfortable with anything. Like sometimes people try to make you. We talk about this even with racist movies and stuff like that. When they talk about racism, they try to force feed it to you so hard that it turns you away from paying attention to what's important.
Right.
And so in this aspect, they didn't do that. They kept it pretty simplistic. Like, oh, okay, yeah, there was some jokes in there, make things funny and stuff like that. You got to see the relationship work and how it worked out, which is cool. And so that's why I gave it an 8 because it wasn't like in my face. It was digestible for me. It was digestible for me, whatnot. And granted, at this point, I've seen so much crazy shit. It would have, regardless, would have been digestible.
Even still, that we see some crazy shit, but even still, we was like, hey,
yeah, like, oh wow, okay, yeah, like this is a lot more in my face than I thought it would be. Like, yeah, so it was cool. I liked it overall, and it was. I'm gonna give it a smooth 8. A smooth 8.
I give it a 7. So I don't want to do the same number you gave it, but
okay, that's fair.
I'll get 7.5. So I can't really find any like fault in it, honestly.
Right. It's a bit slow pace of movies, not a whole lot of action stuff like that. And I like action pace more so that's why I didn't get like a 9 or a 10. Nothing gets a 10, but that's why I didn't give like a 9 because to me it's a slower movie. But when you go in understanding that you're watching it for what it's supposed to be and understand that, I think you start to get to see the core value of it. And it's like, wow.
What's a 10 movie for you?
A 10 movie for me.
And like quickly, why you're thinking? Mine is Memento, and the reason why is because of the way that it was played was very interesting for my first time watching it, and also the ending was definitely like I wasn't expecting the ending.
Yeah. I don't think I have a 10 movie. I'm trying to think what's like my favorite movie to go to. My favorite movie, I'd probably give like a 4.
What's your favorite movie?
Beat Street. Beat Street's one of my favorite movies. That movie was terrible.
No, that's definitely more than a 4. That's for the culture. off the strength of the culture alone, it's more than a 4.
It was terrible acting.
Is that the homie that had the broom that was dancing and shit?
That's breaking.
What's Beach Street?
Beach Street's a different one. Beach Street's the one with
Clearly.
they party at they go to the Roxy and they're breakdancing at the Roxy and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I'm trying to break it down for you. So I can't break this down for you. I'll do a breakdown for you next episode. So how about that?
That's fine.
We'll do our favorite movies. Let's do our favorite movies. I'll do that for you. I can give you some fresh like.
You gonna give me the whole thing?
Yeah, I'll give you the whole thing because it's a lot of characters to remember and stuff like that. But I think it was it was like one of the first breaking movies I remember seeing, and I remember being like, "Oh, this is kind of cool." But like thinking back on it, it wasn't. Like the acting wasn't super duper, nothing like that.
Usually movies that's for the culture usually aren't. Like they're really just like they're good for what they are.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this movie was like.
Because I feel like those movies, like B Street and Breaking, and what's the other one with the graffiti and shit?
Not Up. It was called not Whiplash. I think it was called Whiplash, wasn't it?
I don't remember. But movies like that are like for the culture. It's like it's to preserve what that is and was at that time being.
Right.
So like if anything was to ever happen in the world, or people forgot what breakdancing was or graffiti was or where it started from, you can go back to that point in time, like, oh, like, this is what it was and shit.
Okay.
Like for our kids, like, oh, I remember my dad out here breakdancing and shit. He was spilling his head, was broke his neck, but he's out here getting it.
Actually, that movie was better than a 4. It was definitely more to it. It was
at least a 5.
Probably like a 6 or 7 because it was some funny parts to it. The dancing was cool in there.
Yeah,
I like that kind of stuff. I thought that was really cool. What was the other movie you're talking about? Is not called Whiplash.
You got served that movie?
No, Lord, no. It wasn't called Whiplash. Sorry, the other one was called Wild Style.
Wild Style.
Whiplash is that drumming movie with the one kid. He's drummer and he's doing a concert. He's like and the director's like trying to.
What'd you say it was?
That was Whiplash.
Oh, he said that was Wild Style. I was like, no,
Whiplash is the one where he's drumming. I forget the actor's name. The other actor's a famous actor too. He's a bald guy. He's seen a lot of stuff. Usually he plays
John Jameson.
Yeah, him. He's in the movie. He's like the music director, or whatever.
I don't know his name.
I don't remember that guy's name. I should know his name.
Baldy.
No, he's actually really good at you. So ignorant.
He goes to sound hit an hour 20.
Now this has been episode 136 of Cleaning Dishes. I want to thank you guys for tuning in with us.
Oh, these will flame me up for that.
As always, like, comment, subscribe. Definitely tell your friends about us. Please, definitely, if you have a movie you want us to watch and talk about, let us know. If you got pointers, tips, ideas, definitely let us know. We're always open for any of that stuff. You know how to find us. You can get, if you don't, here's how. Get on Instagram, get on Twitter. You can find me at Mr. Fantastic. You can find this guy at
T. Usrino Jr.
You can also find the podcast on Instagram at Cleaning Dishes. We do have a Twitter we don't use, but that's at Cleaning_dishes. But for all the main content, go to the Instagram. If you want to.
That's fucked up. You choose that like that's fucked up. We trying, bro.
No, we just don't use. That's on our fan base. Our fan base is on Instagram.
Still, it was crazy how you said that shit.
No, because people gonna go there, but I follow you on Twitter. Like we don't really use that like that, so you know.
Shit. You right, but still, damn.
Instagram, SoundCloud, wherever podcast plays, you can find us. I want to thank you guys again for tuning in. Definitely give us give us comments. You know,
yes.
we're always looking for growth. That's our main goal is to try to grow. So definitely do that. Again, like, comment, subscribe. And thank you again for tuning in. This is episode 136. Clean your hands, wear your masks, and clean your plate. Peace.